Yeah, this is definitely one of those serious videos. But first, let's address the question that has been on everyone's minds. Why am I wearing the deer hat? So I went to Japan a little while ago, and obviously I got this hat at Nara Park, and I loved it. But it's because I've actually gotten a haircut, and I didn't really like how it ended up. So, but might as well reveal this is my haircut now. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, I'm here to talk about Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin is the anime that actually made everything that you see around. Like everything that I am comes from that single moment where I started watching Rurouni Kenshin in Toonami, and I believe it was Cartoon Network, right? The reason why I'm having a trouble recalling it's because I'm from Mexico and the system worked different. So don't think that it's like, oh yeah, of course, Toonami from. Anyways, so I remember it being on TV and I watched it and I fell in love with it. And since then, I became very enamored with Japanese culture. I thought that I was like, it was the first anime where I thought, oh, so not all cartoons come from the US because this doesn't look like the US at all. What is this? I knew what a samurai was, but I didn't really grasp the concept. So anyways, long story short, I watched Rurouni Kenshin and I loved it, fell in love with it, and I became a weeb. Shortly after, meaning like 20 years, they came up with a reboot. The Rurouni Kenshin reboot from Crunchyroll. I think it's exclusively on Crunchyroll. And you cannot believe my excitement. If you go back and watch some of the streams and some of the videos, you see how absolutely massively hyped for that show I was. And I mean, with the reason, the animation looked beautiful, the colors look great, and it seemed that it was going to be following the manga closer than the original did. And so the first season came out, and the first season, to be honest with you, as I've said it, I've never shied away from saying it. The first season was pretty average. It was in a scale of 1 to 10, kind of a 7, kind of a 6.5 at times even. Reason why is because it followed the manga way closer to a fault, where some parts in the manga they have panels for you to use your imagination and fill in the gaps. This thing it seemed like it was just trying to just do a one by one replica, and the fights were not super good. The music was just generic, and there were some parts that it really did not deliver on the emotional impact that it should have. For example, my main two that I always use, and I've already done a video about this, like explaining and stuff, is the Kenshin versus Saito fight, where in the original we had this somber music coming down, the sun is coming down, the colors are different, and even at some point Kenshin gets kicked and his hair goes down, his eyes, because everything's dark, glow yellow because he's coming back to being Batosai. And it's not a battle, it's a tragedy, and you see Kaoru just like crying, and her audio is like silent, and it's just this crescendo of like sad music. And it is directed beautifully, but in the reboot it wasn't. It really wasn't. It was just a generic fight with generic music. I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. But the worst crime against humanity was the ending. In the ending of season 1 of the reboot is when Kenshin says goodbye to Kaoru and he leaves for Kyoto. And he does it the same way that he does it in the manga, which is just like a quick goodbye. And they decided to do this stupid pop music, which is the outro music of the series. And yo, yeah, wow, 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 while he's like trying to say, oh, sayonara and whatever. It's like, dude, it ruins the moment. It really ruins the moment. And that thing really irked my noodle. So I wasn't excited for season 2. I think I didn't even watch the trailer because I was just 100% sure that it was probably going to be the same thing. And I've been talking about for, I've been talking for 5 minutes about it. And the answer is that I started rewatching the original again to remind myself how good it was, because I was lacking Kenshin in my life. And then about a month after, I got told that it actually came out. So there's been 5 episodes as of the recording of this video. There's 5 episodes of the new season in Crunchyroll. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a chance. Why not? I'm going to give it a chance. And 5 episodes of season 2 of the reboot amounts to almost 7 episodes of the Kyoto arc in the original. About, kind of. And I can say with a 100% opinion, as someone that watched the reboot and said, you know what, it's not good. As someone that says it's not good because I just don't feel like it's good, and I'll give you my reasonings for it. As brutally honest as I am going to say Rurouni Kenshin, the reboot, 2024, season 2, is surpassing the original on this specific arc. And I cannot be happier to deliver this news. Now, there's probably going to be a lot of you that will disagree with my statement. And this is why I'm going to give you the reasonings why. First off, is nostalgia involved in this decision? Yes. To be honest with you, yes. Because, like I said, I started watching the original because I just wanted, some Kenshin in my life. And I started watching it, and there's a lot of funness to that series. So as I was watching, I'm like, oh, this is great. But then I watched the new one, and to my surprise, it seemed like they actually heard the criticism. They heard what the fans were complaining about, that the first season was just overall generic, that it was barely serviceable, and that it wasn't delivering justice to the source material. So they did a couple of changes here. The art direction is not like it's different, but now it's more lively. It's more animated. There's more changes. The shots are not just like one shot, two shot, that's it, medium shot, long shot. Now they have angles. The camera moves better. The music, it sounds more distinctive. So meaning that during fights, during stressful moments, during sad moments, during happy moments, they have a more distinguishable score. Meaning that now you can be like, oh yeah, this is the score that they use for this guy, or this is the score that they use for this other person. So like they're actually they're putting heart into it. And there is one specific point between what's his name, between Kenshin and Saita. Is that how you say the name? Shishu henchman Rurouni Kenshin. I don't want to misspell his name because they say it wrong. They actually say it wrong in the dub. But let's see, where is it? Is the guy that cannot feel emotions? Is Shishio? God damn it! I hate it. I hate the fact that I don't know it. Soichiro. Okay. Soichiro Zeta, right? Soichiro. Okay. So Soichiro, the guy that doesn't have emotions. On the original, you have a fight between Kenshin and him before he actually goes to Kyoto. And during that fight, the Sakabato, meaning the reversed edge blade sword, Kenshin sword, breaks. Spoiler alert for what I'm about to say if you haven't seen the series, but it's like 1,000 years old at this point. So I mean, that's your fault. But anyway, the sword breaks. And as I watched the fight on the original, how they managed it and everything, it was good. It was really good. But I didn't think that it could be improved upon. And then the new one did. They did something that the original did with the battle of Saito and Kenshin, that this time around they implemented here. And it was just adding silence, establishing the mood. And it's only one move that they do. Only one. It's just the drawing of the sword. But they extended the moment to make you feel that it was way more important than it was originally presented in the original. So those type of things are really critical for me because it makes me feel like, yes, they're putting heart into this thing. So as of the recording of this video, I've watched about 15 or so episodes of the original series. I am right now with Kenshin finally learning the most devastating technique in the Hiten Mitsurugi style. So I would say it's gonna take another maybe 3 or 4 episodes for the new series to get to that point, even though they're going a little bit faster. So I'm pretty sure it's not gonna take that long. It might take 2 or so. Regardless, the point is, I am very excited to see what they do. I'm very excited to see what they have in store because so far, just on season 2, the reboot is actually giving the original a very good run for its money. Hopefully, I don't have to eat shit and look like an idiot when they fumble the ball. But, as of the recording of this video, the first 5 episodes of season 2 definitely take the cake against the first 7 or 8 episodes of the original of season 2. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So let me know if you've been seeing it or not. That's it. Bye.